right, man. Let's talk, man. Beyond, what is it called? Beyond Juice? Not this girl just twerking in the middle of the street. That's crazy. A white girl was twerking. That's hilarious. Um, but yeah, man. Beyond Juice, fire. That infused lemonade ginger is a problem. Usually take me like 2 days to drink this shit though, but nonetheless, Desmond Bane has been traded from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Orlando Magic for Cole Anthony, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and 4 first-round draft picks. I think it's a possible swap in there too with Phoenix or somebody else. Like top 2 protected. What else is it? What's up? My groceries fell. What else they said was in there? Oh yeah, I think that's about it. And I think quite frankly, I think Orlando needed more Ja Morant than they needed Desmond Bane. I think Orlando is missing a true point guard. And I know they like Jalen Suggs a lot, but he's more of a defensive guy. They need a guy that's going to come in there and command the troops. They needed Ja Morant. That's who they should have got was Ja Morant. They should have traded for Ja. They needed a point guard to distribute the ball. But, Desmond Bane, he's a good defender. He don't have the size or the length, I don't feel like, that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has. But he's a good defender. Good shooter, can score it. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Orlando brings in they bring not only another shooter, scorer, but they bring a defensive guy in the backcourt. I think KCP gave you more of a 3-and-D guy. I think Bane is in that vein. But I wanted to say that. But he can he can get a little bit more off the dribble than he can, and I think it's a good look for Orlando. I just feel like Orlando more. If you was gonna make that trade, I felt like Orlando should have went and got the lead guard. I feel like they're a Ja Morant away, maybe a Trae Young away, somebody that can distribute the basketball and get everybody involved. That's just how I feel. No, that's how I feel about it. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So, but, Memphis, you bring KCP in, catch and shoot, championship experience, Cole Anthony and a backup point guard, backup kind of combo guard. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe more. I would look at Memphis trying to blow it up then. Do they got a coach? The Knicks targeting their old coach. Do they got a coach? So that's my thing. I don't know if Memphis is gonna blow it up. Is that what they gonna do? And if they blow it up, shout out to them. So they got a bunch of picks. I think they got the 16th overall pick this year from Orlando or something like that. I don't know. Desmond Bane, KCP might be cheaper, I guess. Catch and shoot, and I don't know what Memphis doing. I would just assume that they may starting to blow it up a little bit. But, where's Ja Morant's stock at in this league? That's the question that you have to ask. Where is his stock at? So, where is his stock at? I don't know. Where's Ja's stock at in this league? You ask him. So, Jaren Jackson Jr., those guys, are they looking to blow it up and start it over? It maybe that may make some sense for the brother. Start it over. But for Orlando, Maybe they feel like Suggs is the guard that they need. Maybe they feel like he was a quarterback in high school, one of the top quarterbacks in high school. Maybe they feel like he can grow into that. You know, that's a good defensive backcourt with Suggs and Bane. Paulo is one of the rising stars. Franz is the guy over there. He can score him, Apollo. So really, the defensive backcourt that Orlando got is defensively locked down. Now, can Wendell Carter, they find somebody in the middle of that defense to defend at a high level? Here's the question. Can they find them guys to defend at a high level? So, somebody to defend the paint and all that other stuff. So, I mean, the trade is the trade. You know, the trade is the trade. I'm not mad at it. You know. But we'll see what happens with Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. You live in those small markets, they don't want to pay Bane, they don't want to pay Ja, they don't want to pay Jaren, they don't want to be paying all those guys a lot of money. Look at Boston. Jason Tatum go down. It gave them the excuse to blow it all up. This is the Boston Celtics. Didn't they just sell the Boston Celtics, I believe? I could be wrong. I think the Celtics, I mean, you look at it, I think they just sold the Celtics. In my opinion. Or something happened. So you willing to blow that whole team up and start it from the beginning. That's what I be saying. When you have somebody new, and this not, I think that might be the case. We have somebody new, I'm not sure. They always want to come in and reinvent the wheel. You know what I'm saying? They always want to just blow it up and do it that way. Even if it's a championship caliber team, even the corporate America, in sports, you know, international business, at a slushy spot, they always just feel like I gotta put my touch on it. The house can be perfect. The house can be perfect. I just gotta put my. I hate that about human nature. That's one of the things I hate about it. People come in and you gotta win it. They just can't wait for. They really pray for the shit to go wrong. They pray for it to go wrong. Yeah, I hope this shit go wrong, you know, so I can put my own touch on there. You just be looking like, man, Boston dumb. If I'm Boston, I trade for KD, wait for Tatum to come back and rock out the last couple of years of KD career. That's what I would do. You know? Like, they ready to blow it up already. I'm like, dog, if Tatum didn't get hurt, I believe they were going to come back and win that series. If anything, the coach just allowed them to shoot too many threes. They needed somebody that was going to run an offense. To me, that's fucked up. They wanted to break. And this is why I be saying, like, when, like, oh, man, like, people said, oh, man, I would love to see Sampson and Olajuwon get more run time, or I would love to see Stephon Marbury and Kevin Garnett do their thing. A lot of times, man, the organization don't be wanting that shit to work out neither. So even if they didn't want to break each other, the organization was going to break them up. Truth be told, I just hate that. I hate that, bro. I just feel like, you know, Penny and Shaq, you know, egos got in the way. Well, really, Shaq ego got in the way. Kobe and Shaq, the egos got in the way. Well, Shaq ego got in the way. It's just like, I guess when you bringing these guys in and they the men and they don't want to, like, I don't really understand it. A lot of it be jealousy. A lot of it be bitterness. You know? That's what I don't get it, bro. We all gonna win. We all gonna win. What's the problem with just playing your part? If my money straight, what am I tripping about? You know, if I'm fucking A-list hoes, what's the problem? That's what I don't really be understanding about these dudes. Egos be so fragile. These organizations be praying it don't work neither, man. I like to see Brown and Tatum rock out. But when you paying them about $700 million altogether, I get it. So they was waiting for Brown was already hurt. They was waiting for this shit to fall apart. They didn't want to pay them. You know, they make all this money in profit, especially a team like the Celtics. Maybe not a team like the Grizzlies, whatever. But hey, that's all I had to say, man. Check out the NBA Talk playlist, or the NBA playlist. Thumbs up the video, share video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal.